What's going on? You are tuned in to 2FootTalk. I am your host. They call me Young Leg. With me, Mr. Burrows. How was vacation?
It was good until I had to come back to this shithole apartment that I fucking live in. Not having a great day. Having a little bit of a crash out right now. Came back. My entire bathroom was covered in black mold, which is always fun. And now my fridge just broke and spoiled $100 worth of groceries. So I'm really, really sick of paying wealthy white women prices to live in a fucking trap house. So I just put in like 20 repair order requests. I'm
sure they love hearing this.
Yeah.
They're usually pretty quick to fix them too, and they do a great job.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna assume that from last week's fuck yous, I'm gonna go landlords for Oaks, I guess.
Facts. Landlords are permanently on the fuck yous. Pretty much all.
Landlords and shitty contracts. I also have David Alaba on mine. I love when he lifted that chair. That was pretty cool. About the only meaningful thing he did at Madrid. And then we tried to give him a Eden Hazard-esque buyout since, he's kind of just useless now. And he goes, no, I want to go out on my final contract and see it to the end. Give Madrid pretty much like, I'm going to make it up to you guys. No, you're not. Making up to us would have been taking the buyout, so we don't have to fucking pay you for another full year and you waste the first team jersey. But hey, glad to have you, bud. Does it make me kind of wish we don't win any more trophies so you stop getting freebies like Hazard? Because a little bit, but,
Or just get good, fam. Just stay healthy and get good.
It's too late. I don't even want him to get good because then it's like, oh, should we give him another contract? Fuck no.
No.
What are these young bulls in? Bring up Martin.
I was going to say, he's got to be so old that he wouldn't get offered another contract, right?
He might get a 1 year depending how good it is. But, I hope not. I wouldn't ever. And we're not giving Modric and Ramos one. Those are my two. How do we not give them another one? But we're paying for David Alba still. God damn. The rest of mine are pretty much Brazilian because I had a rough Brazilian weekend. Fortaleza, I actually just wrote next to their name pieces of shit because they just do the opposite of whatever I need all the time. Even if it's just I don't need them to win, lose, or draw. Just score a fucking goal against the worst team in the league. They're not going to do that. But then all of a sudden they're going to shit pump somebody 3-1. And I've never seen them score 3 goals against a fucking Premier League side or whatever, Syria top division side this entire year. But all of a sudden they're going to do that.
Yeah, they're just going to show up versus Bragantino like that.
Yeah. And then, mind you, this hasn't happened yet, but we're on to the Brazilian Cup, and I haven't figured out who gives a shit about the Cup yet. So I'm just taking all the good numbers, and we'll see what happens. There's a parlay that I did not give out to you guys that could be ruined in the middle of the show. We'll find out.
Fuck Leagues Cup too, by the way. Just it's nonsense. I don't care.
Wait, what?
I don't know. The Leagues Cup, whatever the fuck that is, I don't care. I don't know why we need another cup. We already have bad enough teams that we don't need to see Mexico wipe the floor with us.
Zach was in Philly for Colorado Philly. Shout out my boy Ty. Thanks for that goal, my guy. But I saw him on Sunday, and he was like, yeah, we have a Leagues Cup. We play on Thursday because I asked him if he had a game on Wednesday, and I was just like, Leagues Cup? I was like, oh, I guess you guys will give a shit about that since you're probably not going to win anything else. There was a little awkward staring at each other, and he was like, we're going to win any competition in front of us. All right, show? I was like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's why I knew the Leagues Cup started. I was like, oh, Leagues Cup. They're doing that again? I thought Messi won this. Let's just end it right there. Let's retire this whole competition.
0 MLS wins in regulation yesterday.
Nice. Just
very sick.
Back to Brazil. Atletico MG. You know what had me the most fucked up about this one is I just need you to score 1 goal. And I keep telling you guys how Flamengo holding zeros, and I wanted to be able to back that up. And they are backing my word. I appreciate y'all. But I saw Ronnie, who was Palmeiras' main striker for a while. I saw Hulk out on the right, which I haven't seen since 2015, cut in on the left and hold B. Who gives a shit? It's fucking Hulk. And these guys didn't get me a single fucking goal. They barely got me any shots on target, to be honest with you. Shout out Hulk for doing the Lord's work, which is get within 35 yards and shoot. Maybe just put them on target.
Same with Cincinnati. Fuck you guys. Messi-less, Suarez-less, Inter Miami.
No. I think Suarez played. Jordi Alba didn't play.
Alba didn't play. Okay. Messi and Alba. And you can't beat Inter Miami. You're top of the East, dog. Like, fucking 0-0. Talk about I want a fucking refund.
Oh, and my last one is Cruzeiro finally lost, guys. At home.
Damn.
They were unbeaten at home. They finally lost at home. It was just somebody who I really don't think is any good.
Were they in the middle of their mindset home stretch?
They were. Oh, dude, I said it last week. I was like, yo, guys, have you ever been happier that I told you to just blindly keep betting this team? Draw no bet. They lost to Ciara at home 2-1. So they did still cover the both teams to score. So you made a little bit of money, and they did not think I don't know who thought Cruzeiro was good at defense all of a sudden, but they did not think that other team was scoring. The both teams to score is plus 190. Absurdly high. Since he got a little robbed too. Well, yeah, they're playing Inter Miami.
Right. I'm actually surprised that they suspended Messi for skipping the All-Star game, if we're being real.
Mike just figured out our whole summer plan when there's no leagues to talk about.
Fire Red Bulls. One fucking goal. Fire's scoring 3.7 goals per game. And you're telling me that shout out the Fire for holding it down at home, getting a 1-0 win, but they don't do that like ever. So that game should have been 3-2. And SKC couldn't get me one on Saturday. Not that I stayed up and watched the game that kicked off at basically 11 p.m. Another fuck you for the MLS. Discovery rights. Y'all discovered Thomas Mueller, huh? Cincinnati just discovered Thomas Mueller back in 2012.
I don't get America and how we do that.
It's the worst.
Actually, that sounds exactly what America would do.
Yeah,
no. I know there's people living here. I discovered this shit.
Right. Who's got Mbappe's discovery rights? I just want to know.
I just claim them right now, actually. I discovered that guy.
Leg FC is looking for 400,000 in GAM for fucking Mbappe 12 years from now.
MLS scheduling at its finest. Shout out Apple.
Yeah. Also, not a single Leagues Cup game started on time. Shocker. CONCACAF just continues to not be able to get it together.
Did you see that USA is like 4th or 5th in CONCACAF ranking now? Like, how embarrassing. I think Honduras is above them, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was CONCACAF ranking until I saw that USA was 4th or 5th.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, you know how close it is to being back is that I have a whole week to cover just futures and not have to do anything to prepare for my show besides look at futures. It's going to be so nice.
Transfer market's been hot, too.
Yeah, but we're in that fun part where I can tell that my team's probably done all their transfer business, but I'm still going to see my team's name in 80% of all fucking headlines. It's kind of like the same, like certain players you'll see too. So it's,
Hey, well, Sam's here. Congrats to Arsenal on getting their guy that they thought they had locked up, 8 weeks ago? And the ink is just dry.
Did.
Yeah, they did.
Really wet ink.
Right.
Really wet ink.
You did it. You did. It only took you 2 months to sign the guy that told you wanted to come, 6 months ago.
Yeah, but it's better than not signing it. You know what's crazy to me?
You won't get him because you should have started doing that deal back in fucking May if you wanted him.
Brother, his buyout clause is like fucking 56 mil euros. Just go get it.
Arsenal is the worst team at business, I think, since Barcelona, dude. Like, it's absolutely atrocious how bad they are at business.
It just blows my mind how it's like, oh, we have to see if we can work this one out. That should have been the easy.
That's chump change, dog. Aren't you the Arsenal? Isn't it? Isn't
Arsenal? Aren't you the Premier League? You're telling me the Premier League didn't y'all qualify for Champions League? Like, you don't got an extra 50 bags sitting around waiting? I'm confused.
Man, got no bread. That sucks for somebody who thinks they're a big club, just to have no bread and have no pull. Kind of sucks.
I'm hearing the same thing from Liverpool fans where they just spend like $500 million and they're like, nah, FFP's not going to come for us. We've been saving. FFP came for Everton and Newcastle as soon as they spent.
Bro, they fucking docked Leicester points, bro. They docked Leicester and Everton points, and they're ignoring Man City. Of course they're coming for you.
I was about to say, yeah, like, so the Liverpool fan, just accept that we're Liverpool, so we get to do this. It's kind of like when people come to Madrid for, it's like, well, that's bullshit. You guys get to do that because you're Real Madrid. You're like, yeah, we fucking earned this. We're Real Madrid. Fuck off.
Right. You see how our stadium is already paid off after one season?
Sound ass backwards? We have more pull than bread, to be fair. You need bread to, like, for any of that pull to matter, though.
Right.
It's hard to claim to have pull.
Pull doesn't matter if you ain't got bread. That's like standing in line for lunch and being like, yo, I'm going to need €1. I ain't got no money for it, though.
But I know the owner. We're cool.
Right. Yo, but the homie making the cheesesteaks out back, I went to school with him. That doesn't fucking matter, dog. Where's the
I low-key got some free tacos for that exact reason one time. Yo, the Cronkies, I think what happened is the Cronkies literally just like, well, we won every other sport. Should we finally try this?
Right. It's now Arsenal's turn to be good at a sport.
Or they're going to throw it all into Colorado Rapids, and then we'll just have another good American team.
No, I'm pretty sure
they're way funnier.
I'm pretty sure that they've already bitched out on, like, fixing that stadium a bunch of times. I'm sure Wanners will happily explain to you everything that's wrong with the Pids.
Wanners is biased.
Yeah, he is.
Wanners is biased as fuck. Because he'll never talk about how shitty that back line is, but I see him talk a lot of Zach Steffen shit. But that back line's fucking atrocious.
Oh, you mean he's not supposed to make 22 saves again? Supposed to stop the ball before it gets to him?
The Philadelphia Inquirer literally wrote a story about the dude on the team who lost because he played so well, and they let in 3 fucking goals. That's how ridiculously bad that defense is.
Shout out anyone smart enough to live bet double chance on Philly when they went down 1-0. That shit was easy money, dude.
I went and live bet Ty Barbo again. That's my guy. Right when I saw it was a plus sign, I said, oh, fuck yeah. Because Zach will send me the eyeball emojis anytime Madrid goes down. And I, like, besides, like, the league possibly investigating him, I was about to send him the bet slip of the Ty Barbo goal and be like, yeah, thanks, dude. Didn't want to get him in trouble.
Smart. We don't need an Emmanuel Class A situation on our hands.
Yeah, but I'd take the free clout. Can you imagine if Shohei Ohtani's translator just had a gambling stream that he did once a week?
That'd be pretty lit. You know Barstool would sponsor that shit, too. They give him a translator and everything.
Yeah, that's all I got, though, for fuck yous. Do you have anything else?
The FedEx driver all the way up my asshole when I was coming home from the car museum the other day. It poured fucking rain. It says 35 miles an hour on them corners, dog. I'm on a fucking dirt bike, okay? I'm doing them at 25. I'm hitting the apex. I'm hauling ass out of there at 70. And you're catching me and riding my fucking dick on the corners? Fuck you, buddy.
This happened to me earlier also where I'm going downhill in a 25, going like 48. And this dude is so far up my ass. And it's like a windy ass hill. And like, I'm like not brake checking him, but like some of the curves, I'm like, let me slow down a little bit. And this dude just wants to hit me so bad as I'm over 20 miles over the speed limit. Like, what? Does it smell nice? What are you doing back there? What the fuck's happening? I have weapons in this car.
I gave him the one of these too. I'm like, get the fuck off my ass, dude. I finally just pulled over his shoulder.
Oh, you get one of those? I just immediately flip people off.
He's like, are you good? I'm like, get the fuck away from me, dude. You're in my asshole.
I want to watch this Inter Miami game, but they want me to subscribe for their season. Oh,
fuck that.
Yeah, especially when the next game's free. You guys got me fucked up.
Yeah.
Right. Hope everybody feels better. I know I feel better. Do you want to do transfers, or do you want me to go and get this Brazilian slate done?
Knock out that Brazilian slate. I will peep the MLS while you're doing that.
All right, so I have the Brazilian Serie A, just the games you're going to want to look at, and my picks for those games. We also do have a couple of Copa de Brazil games tonight. Just to give you the tonight games really quick, Palmeiras is going to be – a lot of them are already started. Like, my parlay has Cruzeiro to score 2 goals, so they could fuck my parlay real nice and early because it's 0-0 in the 57th minute. But we have Corinthians versus Palmeiras at 8:30 and Internacional versus Fluminense. Again, like I said to Oaks, I don't know who gives a fuck about this tournament yet, but I really like both the numbers on those teams. So I'm going to take Palmeiras. On the money line, you can get them at plus 155. Draw no bet would probably be a smarter decision, but I like that plus sign too much to do it. So I'm going with Palmeiras on the money line. Corinthians still does not impress me that much. I would consider them like the Everton of the Brazilian league. They're always there, but are they going to be a little bit better than average or a little bit worse than average this year? Who wants to find out? And they have one guy on their team where you're like, oh, I know him. He probably dropped a rap album. Next one is Fluminense versus Internacional. You know my rule with Internacional. If Enter Valencia starts, okay, I'll worry about them a little bit. If not, I ain't really worried about them. So I'm looking at Fluminense on the draw no bet at plus 140. I love that number for Fluminense to hopefully just get me a draw and get out of here safely. If they win, even better. But Internacional seems like they're putting up. I don't know if Borre is now their starter and Enter Valencia isn't their guy anymore. But when you have Patrick as your captain and he's just kind of the old head, I'm just not super impressed by him leading your offense anymore. You do have Wesley out there who missed his shot. And it's not right back Wesley. It's right wing Wesley, the guy that should have left the league like 4 years ago and didn't, and now he's still just at Internacional. Yes, that guy. So, again, they don't impress me too much. So I'm looking at the draw no bet for Fluminense. For tonight's matches, that was Copa de Brazil. In the Brazilian Serie A, we are back in action. We took last week off. And by that, I mean I didn't do well last week. So the Saturday games – it feels like a setup for the Saturday games. Like, I'm not even touching the 3 o'clock game. It's Sport Recife versus Bahia. Not touching it. Bahia's just done me too dirty on both sides of the coin. So I skipped that one and went right to Mirassol versus Vasco da Gama. Mirassol at home. They're a wagon at home. They are not losing games at home, so I'm taking the money line at minus 110. Vasco da Gama. Remember when they signed Coutinho? That was really cool. That's the only cool thing they've done in the last year.
Is Payet still on that squad?
No.
Okay.
They have literally nobody. They also have Fluminense versus Grêmio. That's going to be the late game on Saturday night. I like Fluminense at home again. I do not trust Grêmio. If Grêmio wants to keep scoring consistently, then I might trust them for both teams to score, but they haven't been doing that against the good teams either. So I don't think I can do it. For our Sunday games, we have a banger. Early game, 3 o'clock game. We have Botafogo versus Cruzeiro. Botafogo is at home. Cruzeiro hasn't been the first place team when they're on the road, but they are still fighting for that top spot. Botafogo is still fighting for what do we call South American football? What do we call it when they want to get into the Sudamericana or Copa Libertadores?
Yeah, we'll call it South American football. Sure.
Yeah, like usually I can just say European football, so I don't really know what to call it now, even though it is just South American football.
International competition.
I was going to say qualification, cup qualification.
Yeah.
That's
there we go.
What it is. I like Cruzeiro on the draw no bet, guys. They're getting an awesome number again, plus 150 for Cruzeiro to just get out of there with a draw. You'll get your push and play it safe. Botafogo also. Little 50-50 for me. I don't know if you guys have been watching them recently. They haven't been losing their games, but they're just drawing some of the most winnable games all at home. Their last home win, I think, was against Bragantino, which, And then they tied Corinthians and tied Vitória without even scoring a goal. So at home, Botafogo hasn't had the same, Botafogo effect we're used to. Corinthians is playing Fortaleza. Again, not touching this one. These are two teams that I if I wanted to do anything, I'd be like, you know what? Let me bite the bullet on Fortaleza, and then I'll just write and fuck yous about how I hate them even more. So if you want me to take Fortaleza and you guys can take Corinthians, we can work that out. Follow me on Twitter and let me know if that's what we're doing. But I don't want to take either of these sides. Next one we got is the 5:30 game, Atletico MG versus Red Bull Bragantino. Man, every time I look at these teams, I just want to take both teams to score, but they both let me down significantly last week, not getting me a goal. I'm still going to do it. There's way too many attackers and no defense for me not to do it. Next one we got is Flamengo versus Sierra. If I ever see a good money line from Flamengo, I just take it. They're the Real Madrid of the Brazilian league to me, where every competition they are expected to win. Every game they play, they are expected to win. I feel the same way about Palmeiras down there. I used to feel that way about Sao Paulo until they were like, hey, we give up and we're not going to buy anyone any good anymore. But Flamengo and Palmeiras, if you're getting good numbers, I just ride them no matter what. Which is why you also have Palmeiras money line. They're both away. They're going to be playing Vitória as the 6:30 game. I like them on the money line at -130. Flamengo is at -115. Exact same reasons. They're just better teams. This is what the good teams do when they want to win a league. They go to and win away games. Even when they're ugly, they're going to go and win them. And then finally, we have Sao Paulo versus Internacional. Internacional continuing their home stretch. I like Sao Paulo on a draw no bet. You're getting a really good number. Internacional playing the midweek game. I'm sure Sao Paulo also is, but I'm going to use it in my argument for why I hate Internacional, because they're playing Fluminense and Sao Paulo is playing, I think, a Serie B team, Atlético Paranaense. Remember when they used to be good?
I do remember when they used to be good.
Yeah, so not anymore. Sao Paulo on the draw no bet is sitting at +190. So you could low-key probably go get a double chance if you really wanted to, but you know me, I'm taking my plus signs in Brazil. I feel like draws in Brazil are the worst things to watch, too. Nobody wants to see that. And then versus Juventude, which you'll never see me betting because I hate both these teams.
Nice. No MLS this weekend. It's just whatever this League's Cup is. It's juicy, but Club America at -135. I didn't even shop that around. I just pulled up DraftKings while we were talking. Club America should absolutely beat the fucking brakes off of Real Salt Lake, especially at home. So that seems a little short there for Club America, unless they throw out a lineup that just kind of fucking sucks. Chavez versus New York Red Bulls tomorrow. That's got both teams to score written all over it. And same with Cruz Azul at home. Seattle Sounders, usually a wagon at home. They have been playing a little bit better recently. I don't know much about Cruz Azul. Fernando is definitely going to have the lowdown on the Mexican teams a little bit better than me. But Seattle sucks away from home, and they suck when they have to travel long distances. And I don't know about you guys, but I've looked at a map. In fact, there's one right under my keyboard. Turns out Seattle, Washington, far as fuck away from Mexico. So I'm going to go ahead and just blindly back Cruz Azul there at +130. I think that's a really good price.
Oh, weird. It's far. Okay.
Yeah, far as fuck, boy. So that's all I got. Transfer window has obviously been popping. I'll let Leg take the lead on that. But, yeah, there's been some good transfers going on. Yao Felix is somehow like the fourth most expensive player to ever transfer on top of Lukaku and some other guys. But way to go, Yao Felix. Just earning Atleti money. Not that I like Atleti, but I really like that Atleti found a way to take a guy who's fucking worthless and doesn't fit on their team and still make almost 180 mil off him.
What? 180? I saw 30.
Oh, no, I'm talking in accumulated transfer fees over the past 5 years.
Well, they paid a fuck ton for him, so I'm happy they got something out of it. That was first on my list. Was Yao Felix Al Nassr, mostly so I can talk about how, remember when all the Portuguese fans got pissed off at me for just not rating Yao Felix? And then he literally flopped at every fucking team he went to.
Everyone.
And had here at Benfica.
Couldn't get a job at Chelsea. Couldn't get a job at AC Milan. Couldn't get a job fucking anywhere.
Because all the Portuguese fans that were screaming at me, make sure the apology is as loud as the disrespect was. Of all the fucking, it was just such a weird. You have Ronaldo, you don't need another guy. You have Ronaldo, you can put that energy towards Bruno Fernandes. Why was it?
It's not like Yao Felix is terrible. It's just he continues to go play. He's not good. He's not good enough to be the everyday starter at a club that plays Champions League football.
He'll always have that one Benfica year. It's kind of like Kai Havertz. He'll always have that one Leverkusen year where he put up like 40 goals. I was like, whoa, this dude's really good. Maybe he'll play at Madrid. And then he went to Chelsea, and now he's at Arsenal. So, yeah.
Kai Havertz will be offsides, though.
Yep, facts. Next one I got is Luis Diaz at Bayern. It's finally a done deal. I feel like when we talked about this a couple weeks ago, I said I liked it for Bayern. And I also want to throw a little shade at Bayern because I have a couple other Bayern names on here. Does it feel like Bayern just doesn't take any shit for complete flop signings? Because like they have a long list over the last like 4 years where it's like none of these worked out, and it's covered by Harry Kane being good at scoring. Because I got a couple other names on here where I'm like, like remember when y'all bought De Ligt and Paulinho, and are we saying Leroy Sané was a success? Remember when y'all got Mane? You know, there's Kim can be thrown on there. You know, it just feels like there's like a Sacha Bowie. Like, just feels like there's a decently long list. Remember that goalkeeper was supposed to be the Neuer replacement, and then he just never played again, ran his contract out, and left. So, just feel like we should be throwing a little bit more shade at Bayern.
Yeah, I don't know why Bayern just gets away with whatever because they just continue to win a bunch. Like they just win the league.
Well, but it's that's why I'm sorry, but I'm absolutely I respect all my friends who are Bayern fans, but I will not respect the Bundesliga. You can't make me. Like I'm Shabby, great job. You went unbeaten. Really, just like you tied Bayern twice.
You also choked the lineup in the Atalanta game.
Yeah, you kept Guardiola the fuck out of that one, man.
Yeah, you put yourself in a mental fucking pretzel trying to figure that one out.
My next one, which I love and hate, it's Benjamin Sesko to Manchester United or Newcastle. Those are the two teams now. Apparently, Man U is like, oh no, we're really going for him. Like we really want this to happen. Okay, let's do this again. They're apparently not selling Xerxes, and they're not going to sell Højlund. So my hope for Cheeto to get any playing time. Dude, this is going to sound crazy, and I know we do have Endrick, but I kind of want to go buy Cheeto. I want him. He's big. He's big, and I love what he does. And I think he'd be great in those little, those 15, 20-minute cameos or those Copa del Rey games where we just do not need to play Mbappe up front. Cheeto would just eat everybody's lunch, and we just don't have anyone.
Oh, no, I'm on the Garcia hype train.
I'm with you, but he's just not Joselu. Like, he's just not that big.
Right, yeah. I know what you mean.
I'm trying to be like, oh, he'll be like our Joselu. That's not his style.
No, you got to be like 6'4" to be Joselu.
Yeah, like, you're not big.
Right.
You know why we're, amazed by his headers? Because nobody uses their fucking head besides Rudiger. That's literally all we have. Nobody else can hit the ball. We have Arda Güler sending crosses to no one. So, I love it for when Güler's in with Garcia. That's awesome to watch, but I want an actual big motherfucker where it's just all right, there's 10 minutes left and we're going to have hella corners.
Dude, Joselu will come back for free.
That's a fact, too. He probably
he'll just be like, no, fuck all this shit. I'll come play at Madrid just for the love of the game.
I'm good for 18 games. Give me a contract. We kind of did this with Sam, but I said Eze's release clause is 67.5 million euros. So, are we going to do it? Just go pay the fucking release clause.
Yeah, just write the check, dude. It's not hard. Just go write the check.
If Palace isn't accepting any of your bids, that's because they're not going to accept any of your bids. If I was ever an owner of a team or a sporting director and there was a release clause and they wanted a player that I did not want to sell straight up, I would give them the most obnoxious numbers knowing that release clause was there. If they asked me, what do you want for Eze? 150 mil. And they'd be like, the release clause is 67, 150.
Yeah, well, then you should just pay that and shut the fuck up.
Go pay that. Yep, I don't plan on negotiating. Go pay that shit then. It should be pretty quick. So
you're Arsenal. I thought you were big. I thought you had all these fans. I thought you sold all these jerseys.
They finally bought a striker. Shouldn't those jersey sales cover this? What are we doing?
Man U is an atrocious football team, and they continue to just write checks, dog. Chelsea said, fuck it, we'll spend $4 billion till we find a good team.
They're gonna PSG. You realize they're gonna win in the next like 2 or 3 years, they're gonna win Champions League, and their coach is gonna get all this.
They're gonna be nasty. Chelsea to be winning the league at Christmas too. Their schedule to start the season is fucking soft.
I did Chelsea, Madrid, both teams to win the league parlay already.
I like that.
Dude, also our odds are trash. We're like minus 105 already.
Of course.
That's why when I got to listen to Barcelona fans, I was like, huh. Well, if we suck so bad, why the fuck are we favored to win this shit every year?
When's the last time Barcelona put 2 good seasons together?
I don't know. Messi's probably.
Weird.
My next one, speaking of Barcelona, is Barca wants to sell Loa. Now, they won't come out and say that either. I think how they put it is they're like, no, Lewandowski's very happy in Barcelona. But,
But we're poor, so money talks.
No, I think he said, he's like, we don't mind listening to offers and feelers, though. I was like, oh, yeah, he is on the last year of his contract.
I was going to say, that might be the only smart thing they've ever done, too, is to jump aging Lewandowski before he commands a bunch of money or leaves for free.
No, I'm betting on Chelsea because this is such a low-key Chelsea year to win it because they have just 2 full squads that could compete in this Premier League right now, and the English League is actually kind of dead. Arsenal just bumped their way up, in my opinion, by getting a fucking striker. Can you imagine if Gyökeres can still finish? Now, mind you, we did already watch him in the Premier League, and it wasn't great, but he's going to be at Arsenal now surrounded by all these creators, like if he's finishing – that's kind of their only problem right now. So, like, all the people that are trying to jump on the Liverpool train, good fucking luck.
Yeah, and everybody who's always like, oh, all that dude does is be a tap-in merchant. Well, we've seen a lot of guys who just fluff shit in the middle of a 6-yard box where it should be going in the back of the net every fucking time. So... yeah, if you can square your foot and not sky it over the fucking bar or put it directly at the keeper, you're probably worth a couple $100 million. 40 goals is 40 goals. That doesn't matter where they come from.
That's where I'm at. I was like,
yeah, oh, you mean the big number that keeps going up?
Yeah, you don't even have a tap-in guy, though. You're getting mad that guy's a tap-in merchant. You don't even have one.
But like, yeah.
I hate him outside the club.
You know what's worse than watching a tap-in merchant? Watching somebody put in 25 balls that no one can finish.
Yeah, you know what's worse than watching a tap-in merchant? Losing.
Right, yeah, 0-0.
Yeah. I got 2 fun swaps for you. They're both Garnacho swaps. Tell me if you do either of these swaps. Garnacho for Ollie Watkins, straight up.
Ooh. Yeah, I would. After Ollie's season this year, I don't know if he's going to bounce back from that.
You know what's even worse is that Ollie Watkins, with that season, his goal to minute ratio was like 106, and Garnacho's was 217. That's a down year for Watkins.
I also think that I like the potential of Garnacho to get out of that Man U system. And
yeah, the youth is kind of the only thing saving Garnacho in both these deals, in my opinion.
Yep.
Because the other one is Garnacho for Action Jackson, straight up.
No, I'd rather have Action Jackson.
Yep, 100%. Isak to Liverpool. Is this actually happening? I saw that he agreed to personal terms.
I kind of think it's going to happen, which is why they moved to Luis Diaz. I don't think they moved Luis Diaz unless they're confident they're getting the Isak deal done.
I feel like I kind of lose some respect for Isak here.
I don't disagree with you. I think he should stay at Newcastle. I think that they have a real
plan. I think he should stay at Newcastle. If he wants to go to like if he went to Bayern to go play left wing for them, I wouldn't have hated that at all. If he wanted to go to like I could see him just like bombing down that Inter Milan left wing too.
Inter's gonna be interesting this year. Serie A is wide open.
Napoli might win again.
They might. I don't know. Conte's never put 2 good seasons together like that.
Didn't he do it with Inter?
Did he?
Didn't he win back-to-back with Inter?
Okay.
He might have literally done it in just this area.
I just remember him having very good teams and then immediately getting fired. Like, didn't that guy win you a bunch of trophies? And I'm like, oh, this team is actual trash.
I feel like
Did he?
Conte might have just done it with Juve also, just because they won like 9 in a row.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not counting Ronaldo Juve because all
Well,
you gotta
he
do is
wasn't
get
there
him
for
the
Ronaldo
ball
Juve.
and get the fuck out the way.
He wasn't there for Ronaldo Juve.
I'm already so sick of the Weston McKennie slander. Every year, Juve fans, all they do is slander Weston McKennie every fucking offseason, and he comes in and he's your best player at every position.
It's all good. He's just gonna come and do it again.
Right. I really like this one. This is a low-key transfer, but Oscar Golik to Ajax. I think that's a really nice move for him from RB Salzburg. It gets Ajax back in competition with PSV for the top of the Dutch league. And I think they are next round of qualifications for UCL.
Did you see that our boy Allison Play is on PSV now with Ricardo Pepe up front? Because his old coach is now there. Because I was like, oh shit, this happened.
And I cannot wait for healthy Ricardo Pepe, dude. That PSV team is going to be fucking nasty.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about this PSV team too, is that how many people they just flip, and you're like, damn, what are they going to do? And they just churn out just fun attackers to watch, and you're like, all right, cool.
Maybe one of the best academies on the planet, dude. That PSV academy is no fucking joke.
Oh, I have 2 questions for you. So this is now the asking price for these players. Jadon Sancho, 15 milli. That's it for Jadon Sancho. Would you buy him? Because I would. 15?
Yeah, I mean, especially if I'm a French league team who needs a...
No, if I'm the Philly Union, I'm fucking looking at that. Hold up, 15 milli for Jadon Sancho?
Right? And you don't even have to pay because the MLS picks up the whole DP salary.
Right? Just saying. The other one is Darwin Núñez for 65 million. 65.
God, Liverpool got finessed. They got finessed so bad.
That's one of the ways where I'm like, how are you guys spending money?
I would maybe give you 25 milli for Darwin Núñez at most.
I don't think I give you 30. I don't think I give you 30 for Darwin.
I wouldn't give you 30.
There wasn't even like a shimmer of like, oh, well, there's some potential there. Like, yeah, he can move, but like this guy cannot shoot. He can't shoot at all. He's moving too fast for that. And then you're going to imagine putting him in La Liga?
Oh, not a chance. Not in La Liga, dude.
He could survive maybe in the Italian league, but I don't think he's that good with his back to goal.
I was going to say, like,
French
you could pick him up for like 5 milli. He'd be a great ad for Sassuolo.
Well, I mean, look at how the French league's Dick Eaton, Mason Greenwood. I think he can do exactly what he does.
Oh, facts. Yeah, I mean, if Leon had money.
Let it go, dude. Leon's back. I don't know what you're talking about. Leon just smacked the shit out of Mallorca. 4-0.
I had to mute that because I got like 4 notifications of Leon goals like in 5 minutes. I was like, no.
I was like, there's one, Maffeo. Oh, look, there's 2, 3, 4. Damn. Couldn't even get one. Y'all got smacked. How you feel? I'll take Leon in the Spanish league. They should move to La Liga. I'm about to just make my own super fucking like Bilbaoian league of just French and Spanish teams. It's gonna be sick.
Did you see my boy Ndoye over to Nottingham Forest?
I did see that. What a bitch. Why Nottingham? Did you see Gibbs White also said, fuck that, I ain't leaving?
I did see that.
Oh, this is another shot at Bayern. Paulinho is going to Tottenham. That didn't work. Who could have saw that coming? Remember when they bought this guy off Fulham and we're like, no, this is going to fix our midfield? And I was like, you literally have Goretzka and Kimmich. What do you mean?
I wonder how bad AC Milan got taken to the fucking laundry on that Emerson Royale deal.
Yo, hold on. First of all, there's no more Emerson Royale slander on this show because now he's on Flamengo, so he's cool again. But what a fucking...
Same with the Morata deal. You see that he's swearing off Turkey and he's like, I only want Como. No, we got like 10 million for Morata, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I hope that he says that Como's his dream club.
Oh, he will. You know he will. Every club's been his dream club.
Please, there. It's my dream. I've always wanted to play for Fabregas. Please. I've dreamt of this since I heard that he bought the team 2 years ago. I've been dreaming. This is a fun one. Araujo, Barcelona's. The article said Barcelona star man wanted by Madrid. And then the other team was Liverpool. I was like, oh, that one makes sense. Araujo to Liverpool because we're about to steal your French center back. So I I love seeing my team's name in the headlines. Araujo, the star man for Barcelona. You know that guy that they were trying to send out of their club last season? Yeah, star man from Barcelona, the Vinny stopper. Real Madrid wants him. And honestly, I would take him. Become best friends with Fede Valverde. Get that Uruguayan connection. Find your form again. And nobody has ever come from Barcelona to Real Madrid and not shoved it right back up their ass. So I would just actually really, especially if we actually bounce Tony Rudiger, which I'm saying might be a thing.
I hope not.
I agree. I really don't want to do that at all. Oh, I have three just other big news here.
Longstaff to Leeds was pretty sick. Shout out Leeds.
Longstaff to Leeds. I fucking hate Longstaff. I was so upset.
I know you do.
I was ignoring that. I was ignoring the fuck out. I was like, really? And if Lewis Miley doesn't get more fucking tick now, Eddie Howe out. I'll say it. Mbappe got a new number, guys.
Oh, did he? Oh, wait. No, that was immediately debunked.
No, he did get a new number now. They released it.
Oh, they give him the 10?
Yeah, they gave him the 10.
Oh, I thought he was still the 9. He tweeted out 9 like the other day.
He tweeted out 10 the other day too. I thought I saw Real Madrid posted it.
Okay. I don't know. I avoid Madrid Twitter when they don't have a game because when you lose a game and they don't play for 30 days, it is
Real Madrid literally posted this on Instagram and it just says Mbappe.
I remember when we were going to pay 120 mil for Rodri.
That was the dumbest shit I've ever
heard.
That
was the dumbest 3 days.
Why would we do this? Dude, the one thing I saw was we were going to trade them Rodrigo and Camavinga and cash for Rodri.
No, we weren't. No, the fuck we weren't.
Who made this fucking deal? Yeah, that was the stupidest I've ever heard.
Also, we don't need Rodri.
Also, best league in the world, Premier League on pace to break the summer transfer record again. Ask me how many times they broke the summer transfer record in the last 10 years.
10.
6. 6 times they've broken their own summer transfer record. Oh, this is the best league in the world. We don't just have money. We don't just buy every.
Like you just got money.
Weird. I just always think it's weird how much shit that Madrid and Bayern Munich and Juventus and the Barcelonas of the world get for spending money, and then here England is just throwing money directly into a fire again because our TV deal is nice. That's
don't you remember how exciting the finish to the league was? Because everybody in the top 4 was rock solid and everybody in the bottom 3. So, like, it was just super exciting. Final day of football.
Awesome. Loved it. Yep. Loved every second of it. Thank God. Thank God we all watched all those games, too. And didn't just blindly take Newcastle. But, yeah, just breaking records. Premier League, baby. I'll never get over how sniffing your own farts and just throwing an endless amount of money makes you the best league in the world. It's crazy. It's really, you don't even have to play good football anymore. Because I'll be honest, can we all just be honest with ourselves? And Liverpool fans, you can say it now too. You got your trophy. That last Premier League was fucking garbage. One of the worst ones I've seen in the last 20 years. Garbage, absolute garbage. Facts. You guys looked like trash the whole time.
Did you talk last week about Paixão to Marseille?
No, why would I talk about
that? Because I fuck with Paixão.
I don't even know if you're saying his name right.
I am. I looked it up on the internet, and I also asked Brad.
Does it start with a P or a B?
It starts with a P, and it's got an X with an A accent.
Oh, I'm never trying to say that.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Gomes too. Okay.
Yes, they did. Did you see Granit Xhaka to Sunderland?
Yeah, I said that last week.
Okay, that I was a little surprised that he was still worth 20 million plus add-ons.
Props to Leverkusen for getting bread.
Facts.
Because I definitely wouldn't have paid that much for him. I would even do like 8 tops, maybe 6.
Well, Sunderland got that new money, so they're just throwing it wherever the fuck they can get players.
Facts. Well, they were looking at bringing home Jordan Henderson, and they were like, wait, Jock is available? Never mind.
No, we're straight.
And then Brentford was like, whoa, Jordan, we'll take you. Sure, why not? Jordan Henderson, always making teams better. That's why they're all keeping him, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's all I had. Oaks, anything else to add on transfers?
No, I mean I've seen Celta Vigo making some moves, but they're not like names that anybody's gonna recognize. So I do like what Celta has been working on. And yeah, I haven't kept up with it nearly as much as I probably have in other years because I've been busy.
Oh, hold on. I'm seeing that Barcelona was offered 80 million for Gavi. I just want to see if they
From who?
PSG.
Okay, why didn't they take it? Why didn't they immediately take it? That guy has how many? What's the most amount of games he's played in a season for Barca? 12? It's under 20.
Look at that PSG midfield and even who they have on the bench with Zaire Emery, and explain to me why they were like, oh, yeah, Gavi, who looks like shit after tearing his ACL, 80 million.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure PSG was just going to throw 80 million in the fucking garbage like that. I'm sure that was real Barcelona.
Like 3 years ago would have done that. Their midfield's fucking disgusting. It's Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, and Vitinha. They low-key probably have the best midfield in the world right now.
It's pretty fucking good.
So to just throw 80 million at Gavi, a position you do not need. You don't even need depth for, really. And to throw 80 million for a bench player for your midfield when you know Achraf Hakimi and Nuno Mendes are going to be coming up on their contract soon is a little bit crazy to me. So is Gavi about to start playing fucking center back? Because whatever, it's whatever works for you guys. Whatever makes you guys feel better. Barcelona would never reach out to a journalist to make this up. That's totally
that is totally with no money.
Hold on. That is not how Fabrizio Romano got his entire job. Don't look up his career history or his whole story. Don't look that up. He doesn't have a fantastic relationship with Barcelona, making random stories for their academy products. That's never happened.
No, he's not currently dick riding Yamal and tweeting out what he had for lunch today, is he?
Well, hold on. Did you see that he's got a new jersey number? Did you see that Barcelona is also just adding more jerseys to wear? They're like, yeah, in the first class to go, they're going to wear this jersey as a throwback to 2005 when they beat Real Madrid. And I was like, wow, you don't have a weird obsession at all. That's a cool thing to do. Hey, remember that one game 20 years ago where we beat you guys? Yeah, we're going to make a jersey for that. Yo, didn't we win the Champions League that year? Let's make a jersey. Oh, wait, we already have a 15 right here. Sorry. Never mind. We don't need to do that. We're not broke. And then they have a special Kobe jersey, too. They dropped like 3 jerseys in 2 days.
I did see the Kobe one, which is sick. And I hate Barcelona, but...
my immediate thought was just like, damn, does Kobe know you're doing this?
Does Kobe know you're disrespecting his legacy like this?
What would he have approved? I don't know,
Probably not. The homie was Italian as fuck. Like, he's so Italian. If anybody's going to do it, it should be an Italian club.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a Milan fan. So just wait to see this. But no, that's all I got for you guys. What is going on? I guess we have to do futures next week, so be prepared for futures. Come with your notepad. That's when we really get into it. I'm totally not just going to look at all the futures numbers and see who people signed.
Right, I'm totally not just going to shoot from the hip.
So we'll be back next week with futures. And then after that, we should be preparing for the leagues to start. Fuck you, Italy, and fuck you, Germany, for thinking you're better than everyone else and taking an extra week off. Bumps. La Liga will be back the 15th. EPL will be back the 15th. And we can stop talking about transfers and get back to the game. You know what I mean? Oaks, anything to add?
Nah.
All right. Well, make sure you guys check out the link in the description. Check out TFTdrip.com. Get you some Oaks stuff. Get you some leg stuff. Get you some TFT stuff. Any of your club gear. We have fan gear in there as well. TFTdrip.com. Make sure you follow me at A Young Leg. You follow Oaks at Burr Oaks 77 on the Twitters, on the Instagrams, on the YouTubes. If you are watching on the YouTube, like and subscribe. We appreciate you mucho. To get all the information, everything in one spot, go to TwoFootTalk on the Twitters, on the X, at 2FootTalk, TWO Foot Talk. Other than that, fuck what you heard.
It's what you're hearing.
2FootTalk. And we're out.
We out.